Hey, good afternoon to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is not so bright and freaking early. It's 2 p.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast, although you probably will be watching this Tuesday morning at about 5 a.m. So happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here, and it is bright and freaking early. Anyway, I want to give you guys, I was digging around to see what I could dig up on different news stories, and I found a little update on Bam Margera concerning he's by all appearances he's still doing clean, he's still clean and sober, he's still doing good after his 30 days. The last video I did, I wasn't very impressed with his Britney tattoo. Oops, we did it again. Or oops, they did it to us again. I think that's what his explanation for that tattoo. I wasn't feeling it. To me, it doesn't go along with the clean and sober, the NA, the whole vibe where you take responsibility. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I found an update. What a judge said last Thursday on the 28th. Oh, and by the way, it was Bam Margera's birthday. Happy 44th birthday to Bam Margera last Thursday, September 28th. And there was a judge made a little bit of a decision on last Thursday, September 28th. I want to talk about that. And Bam will be leaving the state. The judge is letting him leave the state to work. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. First, though, I want to talk to you guys. So this is something I've learned. I just want to share it briefly with you guys. This has been an unbelievably tough about 2 weeks for me. I got the suspension, for which I still haven't heard back on the appeal. I've been back on the air for back here downloading again for about, I don't know, maybe 10 days or so. Still haven't heard anything on the appeal for getting a strike. There was that. There's other issues. I'm going to talk to you about them in the future, but I just want to let the dust settle. There's a lot of personal stuff going on, and then today I was on my way to the doctor's. Not a health scare, but I was a little concerned about some blood work and my cholesterol and my liver and stuff like that. But everything's fine. But I was on my way to the doctor's today, and my car dies on the highway. My car is run fine. It's a great little Honda. And I'm just like, it's one of those, a couple of weeks where it's just one bad thing after another, and I just have to laugh. To me, and I just want to talk about this really quick. This is something I learned throughout my 17 years. I'm coming up on 17 years clean and sober, October 23rd this month. And something I've learned about being clean and sober, because I had this idea that, once I got clean and sober, the first month or 2, 3 months, the first 6 months, even the first year, I had it in my head that everything's going to be great. Everything's going to go smoothly. I had it in my head that I wouldn't have situations or issues where I might be falsely accused or get speeding to, a lot of bad luck, a lot of bad stuff happening. And I thought life would just be a lot easier. And that is not how life goes. I never believed in, whenever anybody says, that's not fair or life isn't fair, I can't stand that, because that's one thing I've learned is, there's no such thing as fair. There was no agreement when you were born saying that, this is fair or that's fair. I thought back to when I lost, that one summer where I lost Audrey, my girlfriend, my soulmate, passed away within a month of getting COVID, and she was gone. That same period, I had I had to take a drug test, and apparently what happened is my information got messed up. That's what they told me after, but it came back, and it came back dirty. And I just lost. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I haven't used in, it was like 14, 15 years, and I almost started crying. And the next day, they called me back and apologized profusely. Apparently, they told me that my information got mixed up with somebody else named Daryl. I don't know if it's true or not, but it was all in 1 week. And on top of that, my landlord comes over and told me that I had to move, and I had 13 days to get out. And then the new people had bought my house, and they were moving in 13 days. And there was nowhere to rent. It was during COVID. And this all happened in a period of like 1 month. And this is some of the stuff I've learned in recovery, that things are going to happen. Bad stuff is still going to happen. I'm still going to, there's going to be times when things that are going to happen to me that are going to be extremely unfair. Like speeding tickets, or say a cop pulling you over. Say you check your phone, you glance at it, put it down, or you turn it off, and you get pulled over and you get a ticket. Here in Connecticut, it could be up to $500 for using your phone. Stuff like that does still happen. Stuff that you would call unfair. When I first got clean and sober, I thought, it's going to be a cakewalk. And when that stuff started happening, you get that little, the first month or two you're clean, you're like, well, what's the point? This stuff, it's like the universe hates me. This is so unfair. This stuff shouldn't be happening. And I've kind of learned to use it. Every time this stuff happens, like back when I lost Audrey, it made me stronger. It made me more able to deal with it, because it's going to keep happening. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen that just sucks, that just isn't fair. That you don't deserve, that that had nothing to do with you, or getting blamed or arrested, or tickets, or all sorts of stuff will still happen. This is what I've learned. But you just take it as it comes and figure it out one step at a time and put it all back together. And every time you get through that, you get stronger. You build confidence in yourself that you can handle anything. So this stuff happened to me today. Like I said, I'm on my way to the doctors because I'm a little concerned about, my health, my liver and stuff like that, which it turned out to be fine. No problems at all. But on the way there, my car dies on the highway. And there was about 3 other things, like I said, starting with getting suspended on YouTube for something I didn't think I should be suspended for. And it was just one thing after another. And it's still going on now. And I just laugh. What else could go wrong? It's the attitude you got to have. Things are still going to be tough. They're always going to be tough. Things are never going to be fair. And that's just the way it is. But it makes you stronger. Okay, enough about that. I hope you guys understood that. All right, so on to this now. A Chester County judge on Thursday, back I think it was August 28th, I think it was, when or August 24th, there was a bail hearing, and the prosecutors wanted to revoke Bam's bail because he got arrested again for drunk and disorderly. This was back, like I said, back in August 24th. And the judge didn't go along with that, but he put some restrictions that Bam had to wear the alcohol monitoring ankle device. He couldn't leave the Philadelphia area, and he had to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. So that he put those things in place on August 24th. So that should have expired around September 24th. So they had another ruling on September 28th, and they haven't taken the ankle bracelet off yet. They're going to take it off on the 9th, and that's an interesting day because Bam got permission. The judge said he can leave the Pennsylvania area if he's going to work, and if he tells court officials he can leave Pennsylvania. So he posted on Instagram. I'll have the link down below. He's going to Spookalla. I've never heard of this. Spookalla, and I like saying that, Spookalla, in Tampa, Florida. The link will be down below. It's a biannual horror convention with celebrities, horror movies, musicians, and Bam Margera, skateboarding. It sounds pretty interesting. Sounds pretty cool. And like I said, the link will be down there. I'll probably use it on my thumbnail. So he's got permission to do this, and it's the Instagram post. I'll have the links down below so you can watch him say. He says he's going to do this, and it's got the information there if you're in Florida and you want to see this. That's the 6th through the 8th. And the judge said that he can remove the alcohol monitor on the 9th. So it's basically if he could hang tough through this weekend, leave Florida. Yeah, in other words, it's getting somebody a little. This happened with me too. Back when I was in the methadone program, you kind of earn privileges. And so, you earn your trust back, basically. And that's the way it looks like what the judge is doing here, letting him go to work in Tampa, Florida, and then keeping on this bracelet just through the Spookala. And it's at Florida State Fairgrounds in Tampa, 6th through 8th. And yeah, so the links will be down below. So it looks like Bam's still doing good. I pray for him, man. I hope. I love seeing somebody get clean and sober, man. You can see it on their faces. They look like a different person after 3-4 months of being clean and sober. People, you could see the soul. You could see the original personality, the vibrance, the soul come back. If you watch Intervention, it's freaking amazing. At the end, when they show somebody after 3-6 months or whatever, they look I mean, this is what I say when I got my soul back. You could see the way they look. I mean, their eyes, their face, they look like they have the life back in them. It's more than just a haircut or some new clothes or whatever. It is their soul back, and I truly believe that. All right, the links will be down below. You guys have a great Monday, or if you're watching this Tuesday morning, have a great Tuesday. Take it easy.